Welcome to episode 73, you guys, of the Big Messy Bun. I have microphone wires and I have hair that's crazy, and I don't know if it's a wire or if it's my hair, but we're gonna I think it's my hair. Definitely my hair is in my way. You guys, welcome to the Big Messy Bun. Welcome to a lot of new viewers. We collected a few new viewers in the last since our last episode. So I just want to welcome you here. If you're new to the Big Messy Bun community, this is a place where I decided to just start in January of 2025. I've wanted to do a podcast for a long time. And in January 2025, I just decided to rip the Band-Aid and do it. I had sat back and watched so many other people do a podcast, and it was in me. It was so in me. And we've been sitting here together now for 73 episodes. That means 73 weeks we've been here. I publish every Wednesday, every hump day. You get a podcast episode from me. It's usually about 15, 20 minutes in length, but sometimes we have longer. Last week, we needed to go deep. We needed the time to go there. And because of last week's episode, we're continuing on the topic of vaginal estrogen. That is the focus for today's show, is vaginal estrogen. So many of you messaged me about vaginal estrogen. You also messaged me about testosterone, and that's going to come in the next episode. So I've decided to do a series after episode 72 to continue to grow over the next couple of weeks. So I want to learn more about how I can help you get testosterone in your hands. And so I'm pushing that podcast off a week or two, but I know that we can help you here at the Big Messy Bun getting vaginal estrogen and explaining it deeper to you so that you have a greater understanding of why it's beneficial, who can use it, and the fact that it's not something to be embarrassed of. So I'm going to take you back. When my pelvic floor was at its worst, I was living in Campbell River, BC with my son, and he was working. I was trying to work, and I was a mess. I was just a mess. And I had a beautiful friend, Tamara. And Tamara, I will forever thank you because my son and I were literally scraping by. Like, there was no extra money for anything. And I knew I needed to see a pelvic floor therapist, but I had $0 extra. And my beautiful friend reached out and she just sent me money and said, go find a pelvic floor therapist, which I did. So that was where I started to understand a little bit more about my anatomy. She was very good. And I remember at that appointment, I remember her suggesting vaginal estrogen at that appointment. First thought, I'm going to be a straight shooter with you guys. I thought, that's for old lady vaginas. I did. I didn't think that my then 50-year-old vagina needed vaginal estrogen because I hadn't fully understood what in the fuck was going on with me down there. So if you were ever suggested it and felt like that about it, like, oh, that's for old ladies or whatever. No, this could be for women that are experiencing any dryness down there. And things that will contribute to dryness might be things like your period, like just your normal menstrual cycle sometimes leaving you like that. If you are breastfeeding, you can feel that. Post-baby, when your hormones are changing, you can feel that. It is not just for old lady vaginas. And it's not just the vagina, it's the labia, it's the clitoris, it's the area, it's called your 6 o'clock. I know there's also a really, really blunt term that people call that area between your vagina opening and your anus. I know there's a crass word that people use, and I don't like it, so I don't say it. But if you can think of your opening, like 6 o'clock is down here. So the top is like where your clitoris is. Down here, let me get rid of my pen. Down here, I never thought my hands would become a vagina, but here they are becoming a vagina here. So this is down by your anus. So you want to rub that right down here as well, like wherever you're hurting, number one. And this is where I want to talk about the types of vaginal estrogen, okay? So let's say last episode, I started to talk about some people don't like to have a creamy vagina. They don't like how it feels. It's too wet down there, blah, 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 blah. And then I went off on a tangent that like, I love it. Like I love it, but I forgot to share. And that happens on the Big Messy Bun. I do get off and then I go re-listen. I'm like, fuck, I forgot to finish that thought. So I'm coming back, finishing the thought. There are different types, okay? You can get, got my handy dandy glasses here. So I'm going to read to you, I think I bookmarked it, types of vaginal estrogen. And Kelly Casperson, I am sorry. I called your book the Menopause Movement last week. It's the menopause moment, you guys. Movement's good too, because we're making a movement here, but it is the menopause moment. Get this. This is like your Bible when it comes to your sexual health, your all over health, your everything health. Get this book, The Menopause Move. Fuck, I just did it again. The menopause moment. Okay, so types of. I shared with you last week different types of creams that I use. Oh, I brought the same one, but anyways, that's okay. You can also get what's called an estrogen ring. This goes right up inside and it's usually put in by a doctor, or I think you can put it in. It's called plug and play. Kelly refers to it as just plug and play if you're squeamish about touching yourself. Now, some people aren't physically able to touch themselves either. Or you got grandma in the nursing home that needs it, but doesn't want to be messing around with creams, or you don't have healthcare aides to be applying it to her vagina or whatever. The estrogen ring is perfect for those individuals. People that are, again, unable to physically touch yourself down there, or you're squeamish about it. You're not used to touching yourself. Now, there are estrogen tabs that kind of go in with a little plunger up into the vagina, and then they slowly release in there. The drawback to those, and why I love the cream so much, is that you can put this where exactly you want it. So going back to the diagram of the vagina, this is my vagina here. Oh, these can even be like some of your labias and stuff. You want to get it where you need it. I needed it on my labia. I needed it in my 6 o'clock spot. I needed it everywhere, okay? So with prolapse, it's helping with my prolapse a little bit. It's not gonna fix my prolapse. Kelly, I still wanna head down your way. And I know you're not doing surgeries anymore, but we joked about this on her podcast a couple years ago that like I wanted to come down there. But I do want to come down and still meet Kelly in her clinic at some point. It is something I want to do. I'm going to do it. I don't know when or how that looks, but it's going to happen. Okay, back to the vaginal estrogen. You can put this everywhere down there, like wherever you need it. Now, I was listening to a podcast just this morning about applying it. And if your tissue hasn't seen any estrogen for a long time, don't go slathering it on there and thinking that's going to speed it up. It might be a little bit too much all at once. So go slow, but be consistent. So I run wellness groups and I have a fitness app. And in my fitness app, I actually have a section on vaginal estrogen in the app because I have so many women in the app. And I have a schedule with mine that I do it on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I share this as part of our fit community that treat it like part of like you got your workouts, you got your nutrition, you got your vaginal estrogen. Like keep the flow of rhythm with it. You can't put it on for 2 weeks and then take off and not use it and then put it back in there when you feel like, no, get consistent. And for it to get fully doing its job, give it a month or two to really get absorbed and get the tissue viable again and make it feel alive again. You guys, I literally went from feeling like razor blades down there. My down there, it was my labia and my clitoris. It was so fucking sore, like so sore. And I didn't want to touch myself. I didn't want to have a shower on it. I didn't want to wear clothing. It was so sore. So don't be running around with that thinking it's normal. And if anyone comes and tells you that's a normal part of aging, tell them to shove it and get into the 2026 era and fucking figure that shit out for yourself. Don't let someone tell you that it's natural. Okay? It's such horse shit. And so you need to make sure you are taking care of it. And out of curiosity, I looked up who cannot use vaginal estrogen. Oh shit, I had it marked, you guys. Just give me a second. I highlighted it and I forgot to put a bookmark in. Who cannot? Who cannot? I'm reading this from her book. Now, who has a contradiction to vaginal estrogen? Basically, no one, except those with undiagnosed vaginal bleeding or a history of a rare type of uterine sarcoma. Okay? Please, please, please understand this at a greater level if you're not using it. I watched my mother struggle with UTIs for the last decade of her life. My mom never took hormones that I'm aware of. I don't think she did because I was pretty on top of all my mom's care and my sister and we knew all of her drugs. And I know she was not on a hormone. My mom went into menopause at around age 52. It was the same year that my dad died. My mom had a lot going on. My mom had extreme prolapse. My mom struggled greatly with UTIs. She didn't need to be in pain. She didn't need to be so itchy down there that she would literally bleed from scratching. You don't need to suffer. And so if you're out there and you're currently suffering and you're struggling and you think it's normal, it is not. I mean, it kind of is normal, but it's not, it doesn't have to be a normal part of aging and just let it be. No. Y'all, I work in retirement homes, okay? Do you know how many people wear glasses full time? Do you know how many people wear hearing aids full time? Do you know how many people have gone to the dentist and get their teeth fixed? Do you know how many hips and knees and fucking shoulders I've seen replaced in humans? We replace things. We fix things. Fix that vagina. Fix your labia. Fix your clitoris. Fix the 6 o'clock spot. Fix it. You're gonna feel better. I just said clitoris. I tend to say clitoris, and now I just called it clitoris. But anyway, fix it. You don't need to struggle. And it shouldn't be painful to insert a tampon. It shouldn't be painful to wipe. It shouldn't be painful for penetration. And if any of that, you're like, oh my God, it's all painful. It's all painful. Or like me, way back when I was single, I was like, well, no one's going down there. I'm not using it. Like, is this it? Do I just leave it? No, you don't. Even if you're not sexually involved with somebody right now, fix it for yourself. Fix it for you. I ended up getting everything feeling better, feeling alive, feeling like it functions before I went out and met Lance. And so here's the thing, you guys, do it for yourself. Do it for part of your longevity program. Yes, we want you doing all the other basics, and we talked about the basics, and the basics is another episode that's going to stem from 72. But right now, I just want you to know some of the benefits, because we didn't maybe get into all of the benefits, but what I want to talk about benefits, and I want to talk about application. So I think I throw, as soon as I get mine, I throw the plunger in the garbage, but it comes, I might have one plunger left. Just give me, I just dropped my mic. Just give me a second here and I'll see if I have one of my plungers. I tend to toss them because I don't use them. I don't recommend them. And I think they are in the garbage. Yep, I don't have a plunger, but they come with a little, I call it a plunger. Is it like a syringe type thing? So you can take that little syringe and syringe out a gram. But what's much easier, and what I did right off the hop, I never used the plunger, not once. So the plunger is basically going to insert in like a tampon. You shove the stuff up, and then it's kind of like a blob sitting there. When you put on sunscreen, do you just squirt it on your shoulder and hope it gets everywhere? No. You take sunscreen and you rub it where you want it, right? Like you don't just put it in a blob on your shoulder and hope it reaches your other shoulder. No, you need to use your hand. So I will share with you what a gram looks like, and then I don't want to waste this beautiful stuff, so I'm going to show you what else I do with it. So you're going to take a gram. If you're not on video, get over to YouTube, and you got a second knuckle on your finger. I usually use this. I gotta go with the right hand. So this is my usual insertion finger, and don't worry, I'm not going to insert it right live here, but I am going to just use it on my hands because it's going to be good for skin. This is a gram. Okay, that's a gram. That much goes up inside the vagina. So me, I typically go up inside. I hit the labia on my way in. I hit the clitoris, and then I go in and wrap it around the whole inside the house. I think of my vag as like an apartment. Okay, I live in an apartment, so it's a great analogy. So yeah, I'm just rubbing it on my hands. It's good for your skin. I use it on my face, you guys. I started July of last year. I put it on my main spots. So basically, my face. What I do with mine, actually, at night, I should show you. I have a night cream that I was gifted, so I use about that much, and my night cream, rub it around, and put it all over my face. I also put it on my neck. You guys, you want to do, it feels so good. So it's good for down there, but as you just saw, it's skincare. Kelly calls it skincare for down there. So it's skincare, and you can use it other places and benefit. Okay, so that's how you apply it. 1 gram. Now, so second knuckle in, mid vagina. So you don't have to go in and hit the cervix in the back there. You're going to go to about mid vagina and rub it around that labia, rub it around the 6 o'clock, rub it around your vulva. Like, get in there and get moving it around. It will feel so good. So good. Again, if you haven't had anything down there, don't go hog wild. The doctor might tell you you have a 2-week loading period. No, just start with 1 gram, the finger, twice a week. I choose Tuesdays and Thursdays. Those are just days that work best for me. They work best for my life, my sex life. They work best for my fitness life. They work just best for my routine. So I usually apply it Sunday nights and Thursday nights. And then, as you know, I use a Uresta. So sometimes I use it on the tip for insertion of that too. So I just love using it. I also, I have a tendency, and I don't know if anyone else is out there like this. Every so often, I will say I hold my pee too long, I'm at work and I just can't get going. Every so often I'll go for a pee and I'll be like, oh, it's just a little bit burning in the by the urethra. When I feel that little tiny sensation, I will take a dab. Of course, you're washing your hands, folks. You're washing your hands first. But I wash my hands and then I just rub a little. It is just soothing. And it doesn't happen all the time, but I find if I'm out, sometimes even if I'm out socially and I get anxious or I feel uncomfortable or if I'm not drinking enough fluids, it gets like that. So this is just, it's prevention. It is kind of like we don't wear a seatbelt after a crash. We wear a seatbelt in hopes that if we do have a crash, then we're safer in our seat, okay? Studies have shown it. That's why they made these seatbelts a thing. This is kind of like a seatbelt. Like you're going to put it on regularly in hopes that you don't get a UTI, in hopes that you don't have your labia disappear. Like get in touch with yourself. Like literally get down there, get out your mirrors and take a look. I really wished I would have heard this advice when I was in my 20s and 30s. So I would have had a better reference of what I looked like. I honestly barely looked at myself until I had trouble. I'm going to share something that I shared with my coworker who's 21, 22 years old. I said this to her. Do you know I I was trying to get pregnant with my first kid before I understood all the different holes down there. Yep. Yeah. Like I didn't even know my basic anatomy, and there I was making a baby. Come on. Like, this is nuts how undereducated we are about your proper anatomy. I didn't even know all of the labia, the clitoris. Like, I know I got a lot going on down there, right? So I love that I know all of it now, so I can communicate with my doctor, so I can communicate with my girlfriends. Oh, last week, a question that came up over and over and over. Where do I go? How do I find a provider? So the fastest way to find a provider is talk to your girlfriends who have gone and found somebody. So I had many people local to me that I shared where I went and how that went. But talk to your girlfriends. Like if you have a trusted girlfriend, talk to your sisters. If you have sisters that are open to talk about this stuff, talk to your mom if she's still alive. Like talk to people. Don't be shy about this. Like if you had a broken arm, you would go and treat it. You wouldn't be like, oh, it's natural. I'll just let it fucking hang here for the next, I don't know, 20 years. No, you'd go get treatment for that. You treat that. Why are we not treating this? And don't think that you can't. There is so much research to the people that can use it. Almost everybody. Yes, and even your grandma who's 96 years old can start. So please, 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 if this is one episode you might share, please share it with some people that are struggling, that are in pain, that are having pain with sex. And it could be other things, you guys. You might be in a shitty relationship. You might just not like sex. You might not feel good in general. Maybe, there's different reasons why you're having pain with penetration or you're not into it. There's lots, but this might be one small solution that's cheap, that's easy to use, and it feels good, you guys. It feels good to have the tissue feeling good. It feels good to throw on, a pair of underwear and some cute jeans and feel good. It feels good to feel good. So get that figured out for yourself. Like, as much as I've come on here almost every episode, not every, okay, but if I averaged them out, probably 75% of episodes, my idea here on the Big Messy Bun is for you to get to know you so well and educate yourself and empower yourself. Don't sit back in victim mode. I sat in victim mode very small periods, and then I would just figure shit out. Victim mode, figure shit out. Victim mode, figure shit out. Like, no one is coming to do it for you. No one's coming to save you. So get started. And if you are not currently moving that beautiful body of yours regularly, lifting some weights, eating some protein, and getting that figured out, I invite you to visit me in my app. It's Healthy Evolution by Katie. And it is, I need to send you the link or go to the link in my bio. That's how you access it. You don't access it through the app store. I need to send you that link. Or someone in my community needs to send you that link. Or you go to the link in my bio. Please go to these places and join me there. I have so many programs from beginner to intermediate to advanced. And I am there. I am so there. I have been doing this for 35 years. I care deeply. I care passionately about this. And so don't sit back. This isn't going to fix everything, but it's going to make you feel better. Taking just testosterone or just your HRT, like estrogen and progesterone, isn't going to fix things if you're not moving your body. And yes, it's a bit of a catch-22. Sometimes you need the hormones to feel like motivated to do the thing or to feel better enough. But if you can start with a 5-minute walk, if you can start lifting, start with that, build on that. My community is there to support you. It's Healthy Evolution by Katie, and I have been here and I'm not going anywhere. I teach live classes every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 6 p.m. I teach regularly. I teach consistently, and I will educate the shit out of you and remind you and empower you as to why you are worth this. Okay. Vagina cream drop. Vagina cream, vaginal estrogen. That was like mic drop. Get it? All right. That was it. Episode 73 in the books of the Big Messy Bun. I urge you today, either reach out. I've had several of you reach out and I've gotten back to you guys. Please reach out. I am happy to help. I'm happy to help steer you in a direction. If I don't know, we'll keep working on this together because you need to do this for yourself. No one's coming to do it for you. You are worth it and you will feel better. Oh, also, if you're not symptomatic and everything's rolling down there and it feels good, can you start this now to keep it looking good, to keep it feeling good, to keep it functioning well? Don't wait for it to go backwards. If I knew in my perimenopause years, if I knew in my 40s this was there, this was a thing, I learned about it at 50-ish, 51. I started using it at 52. I'm almost 55. I wish I knew earlier. I wish someone would have bonked me on the head, but this is just the way it is. I can't go backwards, but you can stop this in your tracks. You're 45, you're 38, you're listening to this, you're like, oh, wait, I'm feeling some things. Maybe you're 50 and you're like, holy fuck, I've been struggling get it. Maybe you're 62 and you're like, oh my God, I've never done anything. Get it. Maybe you're 97 and you're listening to this. If you are, fuck, you're a gem. I hope you're 97 years old and you're listening to this. If you are, write me. I want to hear from you. But listen, go make that appointment. It is a prescription. You've got to talk to your doctor. And if you need proof, oh, good Lord, get this book and take this book with you. Just take it with you and just circle the parts that you need to. That's what I did when I went to my first appointment. I took my book and I just like, this is what I want. Yep. And it worked. So, I want to also just say one thing though. Even though I'm sharing a lot of like the good that's gone on, there's been a lot of bullshit too that I've had to put up with. Doctors that didn't listen. Just last week, after I recorded episode 72, I have something going on and I had to get a CT scan done. And then I wanted to get my blood work done because I haven't had a total panel done in about 18 months. And I asked my doctor and I got pushback, you guys. I got pushback on asking for something that is my right to know. And I got pushback. And so I was polite. I slowed down my talk. It was on the phone. It was a phone appointment. And I just got silent. And she's like, I guess I can do this if you really want it. Well, I didn't fucking ask you for shits and giggles. I asked you because I want it. And she was very reluctant. And I said, yeah, it's going to give me peace of mind. And I'm worth that. Thank you. So don't sit back. She was wanting to talk me out of it. She didn't want me to get it done. And then she went on to say, I'm not changing anything just because of your levels. Oh, really? Well, that's fucking dumb. Because what if there's something that's out of whack? Holy shit. So get to know your labs and ask for your labs. Get them in your hands so that you can look at them and compare them. It's not just for them, because she has done this before, my doctor, where she's like, yeah, everything's good. I want to see them for myself. I want to see my labs for myself, because then I go and I research those labs and see exactly where they're at. I don't want to just be like, okay, I want to feel my very best. And I want that for you as well. Okay, that's a wrap. Episode 73 in the books. I don't know how long that was, but vaginal estrogen is worth it. So go next week. I'm not sure the topic yet, but it's going to be a follow-up from 72. So if there was an area that you want me to go deeper on, please let me know. If you haven't listened to 72, go back and listen. Okay, see you next week.